It's been a while since I've seen him, but like when he does come out, I feel like he always does like we're not prepared for how well he does.
I saw one of his early matches against, I think it was against Milk. It was very interesting. Luigi's such a strange character to fight if you're not used to it.
Oh yeah, I mean he has like, when you look at like the Kurigane Hammer page, some of the best frame data in the game.
Quite possibly the best. It's certainly up there. Luigi's framed at, Luigi has 5 different ways to do 2 aerials in a short hop. It's one of my favorite fun facts in this game.
That being said, so one of the interesting things about that, people complain about that, but his short hop is a huge commitment.
Yes, exactly.
Not only does he have terrible air drift, but he has a very like long, he stays in the air for a very long time.
He's so floaty. Frozen going all the way down there, still not able to find him. If you can mash the full length, Luigi has a very, very good recovery distance-wise, but it is still very easy to mess with. Down B is very, very punishable. It lasts a lot longer than people think, has a lot of end lag. And in this situation here, this looks like it's a good situation for Frozen, but Luigi can kill you at any point in time.
Woof, okay.
Up there, gets the back air on landing.
This is one of the things, though. Luigi, in general, like, you'd think that he does badly against sword characters. That's not really the case.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Not as much as you'd expect.
So the reason why is because you could say, like, oh, they could just space on his shield. You know, he slides back so far. One power shield,
and
which
you're
Luigi...
dead.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of being dead, a great catch on that landing. Frozen throwing out the back air. And now he doesn't have to worry so much. Like, you know, up smash will probably still do him in at this point. But the loss of rage. Ooh, okay. At this point, it doesn't matter. There are lots of ways for Derdds to finish off this
and
stock.
Luigi's up smash, essentially Mario's. Same idea. Worse angle, but still very strong. Also, even harder to punish because he just slides if he hits your shield. Back throw, not quite going to kill, but that's a good kill throw. Next one, if it's at ledge, that'll kill, and that should probably take the stock right there.
Oh, yeah, he saved his jump and everything, but it just wasn't
matter.
enough.
It's Luigi. You get flushed down there off the side, you're in trouble.
He is a plumber.
Exactly. He knows how to flush you down the side of into the blast zone.
We can call it a toilet. It's okay.
I couldn't quite think of how to phrase that because none of it made any sense.
We're all
but then again, it is Luigi. I don't suppose it's supposed to make sense. But they're just doing a good job keeping this close. Frozen still keeping the spacing quite well. One grab could really bring this back, though.
Oh, and that might be the grab you were talking about.
Down B.
Oh,
Not quite. Almost.
That was fantastic from Frozen.
Really
Recognize
good recovery.
That the jump, holding onto the jump, was basically the only way he was going to survive.
Exactly, because at that point he was going to get hit by the down B in the position that he was in, pretty much regardless of what he did. So he realized that if he saved his jump, he'd be able to recover after getting hit. Oh, good job there. Up B's just past ledge, so he doesn't get ledge trumped. I believe Corn Ledge Trump Bear would have just killed right there. Good fireball.
Oh, what?
He bears through pin right there.
That was really smart. He's off on the side, but he's not done in quite yet. And Luigi has a lot of clutch factor. But
that was good. Great move from Frozen right there with the side B. Tipper trading with the fireball to cancel it, so he could have just done it again. But the first one gets the hit and takes the stock here. Yeah, the spacing just perfect here.
Oh, yeah.
That fireball, quite a commitment. Can be hard to deal with on the ground for some characters, but it's actually negative on hit at a lot of percents, and just in general, it has more end lag than it might look. Here we see Frozen saving his jump and just barely able to get back. As we get into game 2 right here, back on Town and City.
Okay, yeah, it seems like Frozen is using that pin a little bit more. Luigi, of course, unless he very poorly spaces it and neutral air at a shield could possibly connect. There isn't that much that Luigi can do, especially because power shielding isn't as useful.
Doesn't really do much,
yeah.
And also, speaking of which, the Nair out of shield is, oh man,
that's
what
exactly
I was talking
what
about.
You're talking about.
That fireball cancels it out, cancels the end lag, so you can just do it right again if you're ready for it. And Frozen seems to be completely ready for it right there. And something else that, to mention with the pin is he can punish it with Nair out of shield, but that's something that you see, from like a Ness or someone like that, where you actually get a decent amount of damage and maybe a follow-up off of it. Luigi gets no follow-ups off of rising Nair. He gets follow-ups off landing Nair, but the only thing you could punish that if you're...
It does 11% though.
It does. That's significant, but it's not as significant as getting hit with pin. In which case, you take that much damage, if not more, and you're also probably off the stage.
Okay, a nice grab, but the grabs are actually not...
And
there it is again.
Frozen.
Frozen is just so fantastic. That's like, how many times has he caught that fireball on landing?
That's 3 now, including one which was double, so maybe 4, depending on how you count.
Oof. Okay, trying to spot dodge there, but Frozen just waiting for it. And as it stands right now, Yeah, great patience from Frozen, just like waiting for Derdds to basically make the first move. Wow, even on the power shield, he wasn't able to punish.
Yep. Luigi really does not have much range, and he's very scary once he gets in, but it's a problem that you see, you know, something you hear about with Mario. One of his main weaknesses is his range. And Luigi's range is not really any better. You add in the factor that he has to power shield everything to punish it. It can be very, very difficult for him to win neutral against a lot of characters.
Not only that, but with worse aerial mobility,
exactly.
It's even harder for him to get into the zone.
Went all out for that one right there. And another pin to cancel out the fireball. And there we go.
Yeah, that
Frozen taking it with the dare.
That was so good from Frozen. He saw that, when he recovered low like that with the tornado quite a few times, and he's like, I kind of got a tornado of my own.
Yeah.
Well, shoutouts to Corrin, the character with the worst win quote in the game.
What?
Good.
You know what's worse, though, is the other Corrin who says, I win!
Because
there's nothing worse than male Corrin's voice.
That's actually funny.
I don't mind, I don't think the quote is really, any better, but just the voice of male Corrin. I'm very glad that he plays female Corrin, so we don't have to hear that.
I think male Corrin's win is hilarious. I think
it's almost funny just
because
because it's so